Welcome to a brand new year of Mission Park Cares, and we promise that we're going to bring you uplifting, positive things, good information for all of 2022.
Today we'll share tips on how to get healthier and live better with My Nutrition Studio.
And we're looking forward to meeting personal care management where they're making life better for seniors and their families.
Now let's visit with Community Chaplain Debbie Chesney with thoughts on planning for the future.
You know, I'm here with Debbie Chesney, who's been a very dear friend of mine. And Debbie, you are now a community minister.
Yep.
And you need to tell me a little bit more about that and what that really means.
I've been the community chaplain for about almost 4 years. And basically, I am a chaplain with a congregation, if you will, that's outside of the walls. We are not in a building, we are everywhere.
Tell me what kind of direction or guidance are you giving to people? What does that really mean outside the walls?
Really, I do that by sending people to professionals. I might hook up somebody that's worried about an addiction issue. I'll connect them with a counselor.
You're talking to other people that are having issues, but you see it in a different light. You're also working with everybody from my age children or less maybe to, us big children like me.
Yeah, I deal with all different ages. I do a lot of VBS, which is Vacation Bible School at different churches, and I'll go in and teach maybe in the mornings.
Debbie, did you have a real religious background as you were growing up as a child?
I grew up going to Sunday school. It stuck. And so I'm very grateful that my parents did raise me that way.
You're passing that message along to children today.
Yes.
Debbie, a little story about this particular building was really built off of pre-need, people doing things ahead of time of having to need something so that it keeps somebody from kind of having the worst shopping day of their life. How do you work with people as far as making sure that are trying to get them to do things ahead of time?
I get a lot of people, especially like after a funeral, that will come up and say, hey, what you did here, we need you to do that again. And so it gives me an opportunity to open the door and say, you need to go sit down and talk with someone about this. But one of the things is it's going to save you money, it's going to save you hassle, and it's such a gift to those that are left behind. So I'm a big believer in pre-planning.
Debbie, I'm going to ask you a question about your week.
Okay.
And what's the best part of it?
I really love getting to know people. I am so blessed that I'm invited to so many people's really like intimate, deep moments of joy and grief, and it's just such an honor to be able to walk in and bring the light of God in, or bring the calm to the chaos in there, bring some light to the darkness. And a lot of the times it's really fun to be able to bring a little sense of humor in there.
Debbie, I want to thank you so much for everything you're doing for our community. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do for a lot of people who are out there, and they need someone like you who are, and you are, the sunshine of their lives.
Oh,
so thank you.
It truly is my honor, and anything good that I'm doing, all credit's going upstairs. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Debbie. Will you lead us in a special blessing?
I'd love to share this prayer with you all this morning. God, you tell us in the Psalms to be still and know that you are God. So today we come before you to do just that. Some days are a lot easier to do that than others. But the one constant that never changes in any of our days is you and your presence. And because of that, we always have hope, and we thank you for that. I lift up our city to you. May we be confident that there are great days ahead, days that are going to be filled with laughter and joy and friends and family. Thank you for loving each and every one of us. Help us to love each other better. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Now I want to introduce you to CEO Ada Signs of the Boys and Girls Club and see all the great things that they're doing here in our community.
Okay, I want to introduce everyone to Ada Signs. She is the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So give us just a simple summary of what is the mission of the Boys and Girls Club of San Antonio?
So the Boys and Girls Clubs of San Antonio is here to support children ages 6 to 18. We are all about great futures. So we are here to support children academically, and we provide opportunities and resources and tools for them to reach their full potential and to really explore what their future possibilities are, and really help them navigate all the different challenges that they may face, and figure out what do they want in their future and how do they get there.
So what does it take to keep such a broad range of ages of kids all engaged and happy and also entertained and fed and educated? At this clubhouse, how do you do that?
That's a good question. It takes a lot. You know, we offer a lot of different types of programs, a lot of different types of opportunities for kids. Everything from sports, that's one of our key programs here that really draws kids of all ages in. But really what it comes down to at the base of every single thing that we do is the relationship that our staff build with each and every child. So it's super important that we learn our kids. I think that's a really big part of what keeps kids coming in, is that they know they have a safe environment here. They know they have trusted mentors here that know them, that know their family, that are going to ask them how they are, that see them, that hear them, and they look forward to that every single day.
I know that the Feed of the Family is very affordable. So how do you do it all? I mean, what keeps the lights on? What keeps the operations? I mean, what is it that really does that?
We have a membership fee of $100 for the entire school year. And so that fee covers about 1% of our operating costs for the entire year. And so we really rely on the generosity of donors in San Antonio, in Texas. You know, I have been really blown away by the generosity of people and companies and corporations in San Antonio who really understand our mission, who understand the importance of it, and who are 100% in it.
If somebody watching this wants to volunteer or donate, how do they do that?
So the easiest way to do it is to go onto our website. So it's www.begreatsa.org, and they can go and find out all the different ways that they can volunteer. It has all of our contact information on there, and if not, they can also call our offices. Our office number is 210-436-0686.
Ada, thank you so much for your commitment and everything you and all your volunteers and your staff do for our community to make our community a better place through our children.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.
And Kristen, you met up with Angela at My Nutrition Studios. Tell me a little bit about that and how'd it go?
It went so well. Let's go meet up with her.
Love to.
Angela, thank you so much for having us today.
You're welcome. Nice to see you.
You too. So this is the time of year that everyone thinks about dropping a few pounds, getting healthy, and there's a lot of trendy diets out there. What do you think about those?
I think as with any diet, you want to review it. You know, who came up with it? The U.S. News actually does review the diets every year, and they rank them. And so usually the best ones, one of the top one is the Mediterranean diet. And that's actually one of the best, I guess, quote unquote diets that's out there, and that I try to steer most people towards eating that way.
In a perfect world, as a nutritionist, what should our plate of food look like? What should it be made up of?
I'd like to say, when you are looking at your plate, divide it into 3 sections. Your serving of carbs and your serving of protein should be almost like side dishes. You know, they should fill up a quarter of the plate respectively, and then the other half of the plate should be filled with fresh produce. So ideally, lots and lots of vegetables, both cooked and raw, and also fruits.
So many people are working from home, and I mean, it seems to be kind of the temporary new norm. What should people be looking out for?
One of the most important things is to think about your new work from home life. Are you getting up in the morning, and do you have a schedule for yourself? Take time for lunch, at least 20 minutes, and then have a time of the day where you turn it off. Because we're working now, you know, our office might be in our kitchen or in our bedroom or in our living room, and it's so easy to continue to just look at the computer, look at your email, but we need to turn it off. And we also need sleep. So it's important to have a time where you cut it off during the day and start to wind down. The other thing I remind people of that transition to a work from home is that think about the activity you lost. You know, you were getting up in the morning, you were getting ready, you were walking to your car, walking car to daycare, daycare back to car, from car to the office, upstairs, downstairs, all day long, walking far to the bathroom and back. So think about all that activity that you lost, and try to add it back into your day, either getting up once an hour, walking around the perimeter of your house, taking calls while doing a lap around your block, something like that, because we definitely need rest, we need healthy food throughout the day, and we need activity through the day as well.
So 3 times I heard you talk about rest, getting a good diet, and having a good schedule. What happens when you don't get one of those things?
When people aren't well rested, when we're tired and we're sleep deprived, what are we likely to do? We're likely to skip out on doing things that we need to be doing. You stop exercising, you stop cooking food because you're tired, you start to crave high fat, high sugar things because you need to keep going. You need more caffeine, and you might take sugar and a lot of sugar in your coffee, or go to the drive-through and get a high sugar coffee drink to keep going, and that's going to lead to weight gain and maybe a chronic health condition over time.
So you're part of a group called My Nutrition Studios, and what is that all about? I mean, what takes place there, and tell us a little bit about it.
We're a team. There's 3 dietitians that are in our practice, and we do individual and group counseling, group classes, corporate wellness classes, lunch and learns, and we help people in all phases of life, so children, families. We help a lot with weight loss and weight gain, also chronic health conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension. So we're there to help work with you and kind of help you target your goals so that you're able to reach them.
So if people want to reach out to you or My Nutrition Studio, how do they do that?
Through our website. You can contact any one of us, including myself, through our website. We also have a Facebook page, just My Nutrition Studio, and also an Instagram.
Angela, thank you so much. This was a lot of great information, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much for coming.
Kristen, I know you're a super big fan of Brenda J. Tell me how she's doing.
She's doing great, and she is an angel on earth. Let's hear her story. We're here with Brenda with Personal Care Management. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Tell us what personal care management is all about. What do you do?
Well, we're a home health care company that does private duty care. That's from caregivers, basic caregivers, home health aides, up to LVNs and RNs. And we provide 4 hours to 24-hour care for anybody that needs help in their home. And we've been doing this for a very long time, since 1999 actually.
Wow. So if somebody engages you and your team, does that mean that they don't have to go to an assisted living?
We do provide care in the home, and that's what a lot of people want to be able to stay in their home. However, there are some that do go to assisted living but needs a little extra help. Maybe they need someone to take them to appointments, or to just go out to the park or do something fun, go shopping. So primarily our patients are in the home. The people want to be in their home and be able to see the things that they love.
So what are the signs that people should be on the lookout for if they need care, their husband, wife, or parent?
There can be several different things. It might be that they're not remembering to take their medicine. Say if they do live with their children and the children work, are they coming home? Are things in disarray? Has somebody left the stove on when the burners need to be turned off, so that's not safe? We've even had cases where the neighbors have said they're wandering in the neighborhood, and certainly that isn't safe.
People can also engage your services because they could be perfectly healthy and they had a surgery.
Exactly.
That maybe they need some assistance for a week, 2 weeks, or a month as they recover. Is that right?
That's exactly right. In fact, recently we had a lady from out of town that just moved here, was going to have surgery, looked us up on the website and called so we could take her to the surgery, pick her up after, and be with her for a while after that. So we've done that before, where they're having surgery, they need medications, they want to make sure they have someone to assess if there's a problem and call the doctor.
Your clients rave about you, and I know that they've come back for generations too. What is it that sets you apart? What do you think it is?
I think that we take a very personal approach to it. It's not just that we put a caregiver in the home. We try to match a personality. We say, let us know if there are any issues, but also our team, management team, we have the RNs, myself, I'm an RN, that do supervisory visits, that we let them know that we're available if there's any issues. And And we do checkups, just general checkups. You know, we make sure that we're providing that quality care, not just basic send somebody out and they're there for the 8-hour shift and then they leave. We want to make sure that we're there for them if they need us.
Brenda, if somebody wants to get an evaluation or they have an upcoming surgery, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call our office. The phone's answered 24/7. It's 210-829-1004. And I will tell you, many of the doctors just give them my cell phone number. But the basic way to get us is on the telephone. And we, like I said, have someone on call all the time.
Brenda, thank you for all the families that you've cared for and that you're caring for. I know there's so many, especially during these difficult months in the pandemic. God bless you and your entire team, and we thank you on behalf of all of those families.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been our pleasure and our joy to be able to do it. Many times we'll get a letter, a little card, and it's really special.
A note goes a long way. It really hits hard, I know.
Kristen and I want to thank you for watching Mission Park Cares.
Thank you for spending time with us, and always remember,
At Mission Park, it's our mission to care.